And welcome back aboard the Night Bus, magical transport for the stranded witch, wizard, or muggle. I'm Corey.
Hey, this is Jamie with another ride through the Doctor's life.
Yep. We are on to the 11th Doctor today. My doctor, Matt Smith.
Is he the 11th one, though? He gets real convoluted around his run.
I mean,
is he the 11th? Was there another Doctor somewhere in there?
Well, technically, Tennant kind of regenerated back into himself.
True.
So, what does that mean?
Don't know. And then
And
you got...
Matt Smith even makes reference at the end of his run, at the very end, at the last episode when he's getting ready to regenerate, that, when he thinks he's not going to be able to regenerate, he says, he's used up all 12 of his regenerations. Even though he's the 11th Doctor, he says he's used up all 12 of his regenerations.
True.
So he has no regenerations
he does make
left.
That statement.
And then that's when the Time Lords from a different universe, well, his Time Lords that are locked away in a different universe.
Which we don't know why they're locked away in the universe yet.
Well, we do. We figured out the episode before. Yeah, this is the episode directly after the 50th anniversary episode.
But we've not covered the 50th yet.
I just mean when people
so
have
it gets real convoluted.
When people have watched
now in the series,
yeah.
There's this is like this, but no, but yeah, and this may have, this may have been the beginning of all the confusion. Was right around this time.
Well, I know it was for you.
Well, I'm not confused.
Well, I just mean it was. This was the moment that it took a torpedo down, because I hadn't even watched the show yet, and I remember you freaking out because you're like, there can't be more than 12 regenerations. It's lore. That's how it is. I remember you telling me this. You were going crazy. It's like the Doctor can't regenerate more than 12 times.
Well, it's only been canon for 50 years. I mean,
yeah, only. That's a very short period of time in the.
It's only been
in the span
canon
of
for
things.
the entirety of the show. So let's throw that all out the window and change everything, though.
Anyway, we're talking about the end of his run. We're supposed to be talking about the beginning right now. Although we don't have as much time to delve into Matt Smith as we did into David Tennant, so we won't be able to hit all the great spots, but we'll hit the highlights, including the very first episode, the 11th hour.
Now, with all I've said just now, let me explain. Matt Smith done a wonderful job with the Doctor after taking it from David Tennant, who, after 3 seasons, as doctors do, events caused him to have to regenerate.
Wilf.
And, well...
We talked about this yesterday. We ain't got to rehash it.
No, but Wilf was... he was just a pawn in
the universe's game.
Exactly. So, not Wilf's fault, per se. Even though he didn't have to step in that box.
No.
It is Wilf, so he did. But, after the tragic events there and the saved by the Doctor, the process of regeneration began again. And what we get is Matt Smith, who, incidentally, as I mentioned yesterday at the end of the podcast, began his run with crashing the TARDIS into Earth.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's obvious. It seems like it's not a good idea to regenerate inside of the TARDIS, maybe.
No. See, you say that, and I'm saying no as in I'm disagreeing with you.
But
you say
Tennant
no.
did.
Yes.
Without the crazy...
When Eccleston regenerated into Tennant, he did it in the TARDIS right in front of Rose, and nothing happened.
True.
When Matt Smith regenerates...
It threw the monkey wrench into everything.
Well, when Matt Smith regenerates into Capaldi, he does it in the TARDIS, nothing bad happens. It's only when Tennant goes to Matt Smith. I think it's something to do with the fact that Tennant did not want to regenerate. Because I rewatched the ending of that episode and all of Matt Smith's first one last night, and it's literally Tennant. He does the, I don't want to go, and then when he regenerates, it starts exploding everything in the TARDIS. The TARDIS starts inside of it starts crashing down. It starts crashing back to Earth. Next thing you know, when you get that's at the very end of that episode, he's turned into Matt Smith. You see that, and then when it cuts, when the next episode picks up the first one for Matt Smith, he's hanging outside the TARDIS by one hand, trying to pull himself back in the TARDIS.
So you have
it was a wild regeneration.
It's weird the plot device they used there. Maybe to emphasize the big change, or maybe to emphasize the fact that, at least at this point, it seems to everyone that this is going to be the Doctor's last regeneration. This is the last lifetime of a Time Lord, according to 50 years worth of lore.
Yeah.
But at any rate, that's how we begin, and we land in the garden area of Little Amelia Pond.
Yes, cool name, such a cool name, as the Doctor says.
Which later on will grow up to be this incarnation of the Doctor's first on-screen companion. At any rate,
what do you mean by that?
Well, he leaves her.
Okay,
he leaves her as a child, so there's a period of time we never know. All we get is what we see on screen. They hint to the fact, take Eccleston's run, for instance, when the crackpot internet guy that tracks all the information about the Doctor, he's got photos and drawings throughout history of Eccleston's version, who apparently was visiting here and going there. And did he have another companion that's not on the air?
Oh, he probably did.
Probably. There's areas of the Doctor's life we don't get to see 100% of.
Well, you get the impression with the first one that he goes back near the end of the episode, at the end of the episode, before he actually picks up Amy Pond, like adult Amy Pond. You get the impression he goes back and picks up young Amelia Pond. I don't know if they actually travel together, but he definitely goes back.
And his initial, at the beginning of his run, after he leaves Little Amelia Pond, he's supposed to be right back.
Yeah.
If you recall, and the Doctor never lands exactly on the time he's trying to hit.
No, and that's why he got back 12 years later.
Right.
And then when he left from there, he got back 2 years after that. Right before her wedding.
So his
But it was still him, for him it had been no time. So it's not like he was really gone for all that long.
So as the former Doctor had stated in an episode we didn't cover a lot on, time's not a straight line from point A to point B. It's kind of wibbly wobbly and timey wimey. So I don't know why I drifted onto that, but there's
I don't know.
Some period of time we may not know exactly what happened, but as far as we know, Little Amelia becomes, if not his very first companion in that body, one of his most important companions ever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, for him, she's very important because as he, puts later on, she's the first face that his new face sees. When he, crashes the TARDIS and he comes crawling out of it with a freaking, like a rope, and he peeks over, that's what he sees. Young Amelia Pond. So,
who in true childlike fashion is just totally accepting of the fact that this box crashed in her yard and this man is crawling out of it.
Well, it's an old school police box, and she was just up in her room, talking to Santa Claus, wanting a policeman to come because of the crack in her wall. And next thing you know, a police box crashes. So for her, it's like, well, thank you, Santa. And then you realize he's not a policeman.
Only a child could just look at that and go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong here.
That's our introduction to Matt Smith, who coincidentally, at that time at least, well, I'd have to check Chidi Gatwa's age, but because I think he may be the youngest actor to play the Doctor.
Remember, we already looked this up.
Is it not?
Matt Smith is
Matt Smith still hold that title?
When he first became Doctor, is a year younger right now than Chidi is.
Okay,
Matt Smith is still the
youngest actor to ever play the Doctor on screen. So.
Yeah. Yep, I looked this up. Well, back when the Christmas special was coming out.
Okay.
Because I was curious.
Wasn't real clear on the Chidi Gatwa part. But
both of them are super young, though. So,
yeah. So there you have the youngest incarnation, actor-wise, of the Doctor thus far.
Right. Then you move on to, and like I said, we ain't got a lot of time, so we'll blow through some of these episodes real quick. The Beast Below. That was a good one. That was where they go to future London, and London is on a spaceship going through outer space.
You missed a part.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
That's the next
and
episode.
I can't believe you missed
that you're talking about me skipping the end of the first episode? when he gives the speech.
The whole of the first episode.
Like I said, we ain't got a lot of time.
But we've already covered young Amelia Pond. We cannot overlook our first glimpse.
Oh, to the kissogram.
Some of the greatest legs to show up on screen.
Yep, the kissogram known as Amy Pond, played by Karen Gillan. Gillan. There ain't no M in there.
Gillan, whatever.
Anyway, I was getting more toward when you said skipped, I was getting ready to mention the big speech he gave at the very end of the first episode.
For those of you who may not be familiar with Doctor Who, you will be familiar probably with Karen Gillan.
Oh, yeah.
As Nebula from the MCU franchise.
She looks nothing like herself in that franchise.
But that's her.
Oh, it is, yes. So, yeah, and like I said, the Doctor gives a heck of a speech at the end of the first episode to the, I think it's the Sycorax.
The Sycorax, yep.
Yep.
The snowflake eyeball.
Yeah.
They were entities.
They were looking for Prisoner Zero. They finally got him, and but they were threatening to incinerate the Earth. And the Doctor was like, "No, look at the Earth. Is it a threat to you? Is it a threat to the universe? Is it protected?" And then when the Sycorax is scrolling through history and seeing all the incarnations of the Doctor protecting the Earth from the Daleks and the Cybermen, then he just kind of steps forward like, "Hello, I'm the Doctor."
Basically,
run. And it's great. Now we move on. Second episode, The Beast Below. Like I said, it's a good one. They're in the future on the back of. You find out they're on the back of a space whale, traveling through space. And that's where Amy has the great, at the end of the episode when they're, trying to figure out what to do. And Amy's like, well, if you would quit torturing the pilot. And she turns off the things that are like shooting the whale because they think they got to, basically spur on the whale to keep it going. When really they don't. The whale's just trying to help them.
Doesn't remember. Amy's also the one that made the choice not to remember.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's also in that episode.
Just humans being humans.
Oh, yeah. That would be mine.
It's not always a good thing.
That would be mine. It's like you put this impossible choice in front of me and you give me the option to just not know about it. I'm taking the not know about it option.
You got to take the hero's route. Would the Doctor do that? No.
I'm not the Doctor. Episode 3, Victory of the Daleks.
Again, hello Daleks.
That's a good episode.
There's no more Daleks. They were all wiped out in the first season.
But wait a minute.
Tennant had his experiences with the Daleks also.
Oh, a bunch. He had a bunch.
And every time it's the last of them. We'll never see them again. We always see them again. So.
Yeah.
The Daleks are a constant in the universe. They will always be there.
Yeah, as long as there's a Doctor.
Form or another.
As long as there's a Doctor, there'll be Daleks.
Yep.
Plain and simple. This one, the Daleks are actually the good guys, though, for most of the episode. Because that's when, it's World War II. And,
yeah, but they were never really the good guys. They were acting as the good guys.
Episode 4, The Time Angels. It's a good one. That's when River Song shows up, like as an actual character.
The Time of the Angels, right?
Yeah, The Time of the Angels. The Time of Angels. So again, great episode.
And it gives you some more history between the Doctor and River, who we're not 100% sure why she is or who she is. That's coming though.
Yeah, we're learning more. The more and
so their paths cross in reverse.
Yeah,
it's good storytelling, but kind of strange at the same time.
Yeah, and it's not always in complete reverse path. Like sometimes the Doctor may meet her, Tennant met her for the first time and her last time ever getting to see him.
Mm-hmm.
This time around for River wasn't technically just before that, but it wasn't long before that. So there is some stuff that happens in between. So it is all jumbled up.
Timey-wimey.
Yep. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Then we move on to Flesh and Stone, the part 2 of that episode. Then episode 6, The Vampires of Venice. I like that episode. I don't know what. Maybe it's just because I like the name of the episode.
As I mentioned yesterday, I love any of the episodes that take place in history.
Oh, yeah.
I love any of them that are set in not the present or the future. I like it when they travel back in Earth's past. It's just, those are, in my mind, are really good episodes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we both really like history. So any spin on history with the Doctor added is just, it's just good. So that episode is good. Episode 7, Amy's Choice. It's all right. Not an amazing episode, not a great episode, but it's got it. You have to watch it to know what is coming for the rest of the season.
It's a setup. It's a setup episode.
Yeah. Then you move on to The Hungry Earth and Cold Blood.
Oh, that's when we meet the Silurians again. Well, I say
for
again.
The first time.
They were in the original run, but not in New. This is their first showing in New Who.
First time I get to see them.
This is the race that controlled the Earth before we became what we are.
Mm-hmm. From there you move on. One of Matt Smith's best episodes, Vincent and the Doctor.
Yes, definitely one of the best of Matt Smith's run.
Yes.
Again, another one set in Earth's history.
Oh yeah.
And it touches a lot on Vincent Van Gogh's life.
That's the whole crux of the story is they go back in time and see Vincent Van Gogh.
Which is like I said, any of them set in the past is one are definitely, in my opinion, very good ones.
Oh yeah. And the end of that episode, they bring Vincent Van Gogh to the future to let him see, what his work has meant to the world. And oh my God, it's gut wrenching.
Another episode of the writing of Doctor Who just killing you in the emotional area.
Yes.
Just aside from some of the specials, the regular season run, that is my favorite Matt Smith episode.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Yep.
Yeah, Girl in the Fireplace being my favorite Tennant episode.
Yep. Vincent and the Doctor.
Yeah, being my favorite of the
Matt Smith
run.
Yeah. Then we move on to The Lodger. That's a good one. That's the one with what's the late night show?
Yeah, that's when we get mention of Stormageddon, the Dark Lord of all.
Yeah.
Just a throwaway line that just stuck,
Mm-hmm. Then we move on to the 2-parter season finale. The Pandorica Opens and The Big Bang. Very good episodes. That's basically all the enemies of the Doctor, the Daleks, the Cybermen, all of them come together to lock the Doctor in the Pandorica. Basically, a big
inescapable prison, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's needless to say, he figures out a way to escape because he's a doctor. You definitely got to watch these. Like I said, we ain't got time to really break down some of the really, really good moments, but The Big Bang, that's basically they figure out what has caused the crack in the universe, or what they think has caused the crack in the universe. Spoiler, this is not it. They don't fix it in this episode, season finale. They think they do, but they don't. So the Doctor basically says, the only way to, what's causing it is basically that apparently the TARDIS is like exploding at the center of the universe, and that's what's causing the crack. So for the Doctor to go stop it, it's basically going to cause, very conveniently, everyone who knows him to forget about him. Pretty convenient way to wipe yourself from history, to do a reboot.
Yeah, no, it's at this point that the writing's getting more complicated, more
that's what I would say.
I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
More complicated, because it works. It's good. That's a good way to be able to say, this is the reason why in future people aren't going to recognize the Doctor. Even though he's got a new face, they're not going to recognize the Doctor's name because this whole event wipes him from everybody's memory. So I don't really have a problem with it, but it is very convenient. But needless to say,
yeah,
one person that doesn't forget Amy. Well, she forgets it first, but when she's
you get that great scene at her wedding.
Yes, when she's at her wedding, her and Rory.
Oh, we've hardly mentioned Rory at all.
He don't need mention.
He's I don't know. I guess he's the
tin dog.
Yeah, the tin dog, the Mickey of he becomes more important than that.
He ends up, the doctor calls Amy the girl who waited.
He becomes sidekick of the sidekick. So.
He becomes the boy who waited.
Yeah.
Because in that whole Pandora opens and the Big Bang, he doesn't make it. Or it's not in those episodes. What episode is it that he doesn't make it in? He
doesn't make it, and yet he exists for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
So, like Corey mentioned, we can't cover every twist and turn.
No.
We can just hit the highlights because there's so much packed into these episodes.
Yeah. And then we get to my favorite Christmas special, the 2010, as they labeled it, Xmas special. It's when they quit using the word Christmas special.
The beginning of the end, my friend.
But, yeah, the 2010 Xmas special. And that's where Amy and Rory are on their honeymoon on a space liner. And it's crashing.
Because,
yeah.
Events.
Apparently it's flying over this planet that has they get like storms. And in the storms are like sharks and stuff. So, it's a great episode. It's got Dumbledore in it. Not as Dumbledore, but
what's the actor's name?
That's what I'm trying to. Michael Gambon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, it's got him, and he's great in it. I mean, great. He plays. It's basically this episode is like replicating Christmas Carol.
I was going to say. I was going to see if you got it there.
Yeah, it's basically replicating the Christmas Carol where the doctor plays Christmas past, present, future. And it's an excellent special, Christmas special. It's the first time they dropped the Christmas and just used Xmas, but it's also the most Christmas related special there is. It's set on Christmas. It's all about Christmas.
Yeah, so I can't give it too much grief, and it's a very good episode.
It's my favorite Christmas special.
I guess what you'd call a standalone. I mean, it involves Rory and Amy, but there's no arcs, no tie-ins to other episodes. You don't have to have the story plot going on. It's a all to itself episode. And again, like you said, very good, very Christmassy. Probably one of the more Christmassy ones.
Yeah, I mean, to me it is, but I don't know.
Closest next one I would say would have been The Next Doctor. One of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a very good Christmas episode. Then we move on to season
6.
Which is the last season?
No,
not the
We've
last
just done
season.
The first season of Matt Smith. He had 3 seasons just like Tennant.
They all blend together for me. I don't know where they separate at exactly.
Yeah. But we move on to his second season, the 6th season, with his first episode, The Impossible Astronaut. Great episode. You don't like it?
This, for me, is where the story changes a lot.
Sort of.
I mean, The Impossible Astronaut is good. They're all good. But it starts to lose some of its... It veers away from what it was, in my opinion. I still love Matt Smith as the Doctor.
See, it ain't changed a bit for me all through basically any of Matt Smith's run. Till the very, very, very end. Literally the last episode of his is the one where it changes for me.
Last episode of Matt Smith?
Yeah, the very last episode. After the 50th, the very last one, the episode where he ends up regenerating.
Odd you should bring it up because that is probably the best ending to a season that I've ever seen. And when I say the best, I'm not even talking about the whole show. I'm talking about probably the last 15 minutes of that episode.
See,
absolutely the best Doctor Who.
It's
some of the best Doctor Who that they've made.
It's really great, but I think Tennant's ending is...
Now, see, that's weird because
Matt
Smith's your favorite Doctor, Tennant's mine, but I think that Matt Smith's ending is absolutely the best.
I think, and maybe I think that Tennant's is better because I don't want to see Matt Smith's end come to a run, or his run come to an end. Said that completely backwards. But either way, and it also could be that I literally rewatched Tennant's ending last night to get to Matt Smith and watch his first episode. So I rewatched his ending, and Tennant's ending is just so gut wrenching because he goes through and visits all of his companions because
Matt Smith's is not.
Oh, Matt Smith is too.
Oh, come on, man! That last scene is just amazing.
I mean, with his. Again, Clara is my second favorite companion, so it's all right there. But I don't know. I can't explain to you why, but I think Tennant's ending gets me more. And maybe it's because I didn't want to see Matt Smith's run come to an end.
Could be. Let's jump back to where we were. Sorry.
Yeah, but at beginning of season 6 kicks off with the Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon, 2-parter episode, and these episodes, Matt Smith's run is a lot of episodes leading into other episodes. You don't get as many one-off episodes with Matt Smith as you do with David Tennant.
This is true.
Almost all of Matt Smith's episodes, there's a point to the episode that's leading to something bigger at each season finale. So, this season kicks off from the start. The very first 2 episodes tie in with the final episodes of this season. That's basically the way Matt Smith's run went. 1 second. Yeah, then we move on to The Curse of the Black Spot. I mean, that's a standalone episode. That one's not bad. Yeah, I didn't love it, but it's not bad.
Like you said, another standalone episode.
Then we get The Doctor's Wife. That episode, I love that episode. And I love the premise of it because it reminds me of me. Just instead of with a TARDIS, for me it's with cars.
Well, see, what I really like about it, there's a lot of throwback to the old old lore and the old series. You see some TARDIS material, some TARDIS interior that just reminds me of the old series. It brings up the Time Lords again. It even mentions some other Time Lords. The Doctor gives you some history of his interaction with other Time Lords.
There's basically a planet that calls 2 Time Lords and then feeds off of them.
Here's proof that the Time Lords, as incredible a race as they are not immortal.
No.
They can die.
Yep. So, yeah, and basically the Doctor's wife is the TARDIS.
In human form.
Yeah. So, that's a great one. The Rebel Flesh.
No, I thought it was really good.
It's not bad, but I didn't absolutely love it. It leads into the Almost People.
It was an interesting, turn away from what we'd had for a while.
Oh yeah,
it was a changed up type episode. I like both of those.
Then we lead into A Good Man Goes to War.
Now that's a good story arc.
Whoo-wee. And that's for like a middle of the season. This is amazing.
And it pounds home the fact that the Doctor is not a man that you want as an enemy.
No.
Races have perished. Planets have been. He's not a man you want in the middle of a war.
No.
Unless he's on your side.
Exactly. Even if he's on your side. He was on the Time Lord's side. Well, he was kind of on their side.
Throughout the show's run, the whole show's run, there's remarks and people allude back to different points in time and history when the Doctor has had to show his darker side, and that's never good for the people around him.
The family of blood. They found that out with Tennant, and now here, demons run. A good man goes to war.
Some of the things he's known by throughout the universe is the oncoming storm.
Yep. This episode is when we get to learn who River Song really is. I guess you could say her Earth name is Melody Pond.
Imagine that.
She is Amy and Rory's daughter.
Again, keeping in mind, her and the Doctor's life kind of intertwined in reverse.
Yeah. The doctor was, basically has technically now that he knows, he's known her since she was a toddler, an infant, a newborn, which kind of makes things a little weird. But this is something else that's, a little Doctor Who, timey-wimey type, but apparently because she was, conceived and carried on the TARDIS around the time vortex, she has sort of the powers of a Time Lord. She can regenerate. Well, she could regenerate. She doesn't age the same. What do you got to say?
That brings up those inconsistency questions that never gets explained later. Because you're bringing up River Song and you're talking about her ability to regenerate. If you recall, she uses what's left of her regenerative power to save the Doctor.
Yeah, she gives up all her regenerations.
She could only regenerate X amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
But she was never before the Time Lord Council. She was never indoctrinated through the Academy. So just naturally they have 12 regenerations and that's all they get?
I don't know.
I'm just poking holes I'm pointing out the plot holes here for later on.
You're poking holes in Jodie Whittaker's boat.
I'm just covering 50 years worth of story here.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Yeah. There you go, Jackie. Told you her name would get brought up. But moving on. Let's Kill Hitler. That's the next episode.
Not one of my favorites, to be honest with you.
The title is amazing. You just hear the title, Let's Kill Hitler, and you think, oh, man. The episode is, I didn't mind it, because, again, it's anything with River Song in it, I'm good with. And in this one, we get kind of more origin on, apparently, Amy and Rory didn't even realize it, but their best friend growing up
was their daughter. Again, her life interacts with them in timey-wimey ways.
Yeah, and like I said, she can regenerate, so she doesn't, she looks different then than she does now. She doesn't. In fact, this is the episode where when we see her, we see Amy and Rory's friend, and when she ends up going back in time with them and the Doctor, and they meet Hitler, and basically she gets shot, and next thing you know, she regenerates, and in front of them, and they're all freaking out because this girl that we've known is regenerating like the Doctor does. What is this? And then she turns into who we know as River Song. And now she doesn't know all this stuff yet because she's still in her younger days. But
that raises another question for me suddenly. She went from a teenage girl, roughly, right?
A teenage. She was older.
Young adult, young adult.
She was definitely around 18 or 19.
To River Song.
Mm-hmm.
Could she have ended up almost anything?
Basically, she's just
like
the Doctor.
An old man, a young girl.
Yeah, she's just like the Doctor.
So yeah, that always gets kind of weird.
I don't find that weird just because I know when David Tennant regenerated into Matt Smith, what's Matt Smith? He's feeling his hair. He goes,
"Oh hair. Yeah. Well,
I'm a girl."
They make the comment
and
several times.
And he feels his Adam's apple. And he's like, "Oh nope, not a girl."
Regeneration is potluck,
Yeah.
And they basically cover that in the old series too. It could go any direction. So
yeah, could be a man, could be a woman, might even not be a human.
They allude to it in the old series that you don't necessarily are the same species.
Yeah, well, so you get most of that if you pay attention when Matt Smith regenerates or when David Tennant regenerates into Matt Smith, because Matt Smith's literally like legs, okay, 2 legs, fingers, lots of fingers, ears, 2 ears. Nose, I've had worse, and yeah, I love when he pulls his hair down. When Tennant regenerates, he's asking, am I ginger? And Rose is like, nope. He's like, man, still.
Well, that's a running joke throughout all the regenerations too. His Doctor's main goal is to be ginger,
but he still ain't accomplished it.
No,
because when Matt Smith regenerates, he pulls his hair down, still not ginger. It's so funny. So that episode, gives us some more backstory on River Song, Melody Pond. Then we go on to Night Terrors. That's about the kid who's having the closet or whatever that's like a the kid locks away all the demons in it or something. It's a very weird episode. It's all right. I didn't love it. Then you get episode 10, The Girl Who Waited.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Amy doesn't pay attention and doesn't walk into the same room as the doctor and Rory, and she ends up lost.
That's an example of the doctor, for as amazing as he is, he can't fix everything.
No.
And sometimes he has to make really hard choices.
Yep. And
in that situation,
and he has to lie.
That's the only choice you could make.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was no other choice there. You move on to the next episode, The God Complex.
I really like that one.
It's a pretty good one-off. Well, I say one-off. It's actually, there's some things in it that plays off other stuff, but for the most part, it's a one-off. Then you move on to Closing Time. That's when we get...
the Return of Stormageddon.
Yep. Then you got the season finale for his second season of the Doctor, The Wedding of River Song. That's when the Doctor, again, this episode calls back to the very, very first episode of this season. That's what I said. They all tie together for Matt Smith. And basically, in the first episode, we see what we think is the Doctor dying. And this episode, we see what really happened. Because basically, with the first episode, you think you saw the Doctor die. So you think, and it's like a future version of the Doctor. So you think everything you see throughout this season is, leading up to the Doctor actually dying. This episode, we figure out what actually happened there. So, yeah. Then we get the episode 14, which is not called a Christmas special. It's literally just called The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
That it came out on Christmas.
It came out on Christmas.
So we all knew it was the Christmas special, but again, this is when they're trying to distance themselves from Christmas for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the show's only made in Great Britain. Probably the most Christmassy place on Earth.
Yeah.
Maybe. Aside, yeah. This is the place that birthed the Christmas Carol, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Whatever the reasons was, I don't quite understand it. But hey, Christmas and tradition and all this stuff. And so the Doctor special on Christmas Day is...
What?
You just said the title.
Oh, you're talking about the title of that episode. Yeah, like I said, it literally doesn't, it has nothing to do with Christmas. It's literally just The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. They just gave it like a regular name of like a regular episode. So it's literally just The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
But very good episode in my opinion.
It is. It's
again, most of those that come out on Christmas were standalones. They're standalone stories. So,
and this one very much was. Like you don't get anybody except the Doctor. Like there's no Amy or Rory.
And again, Britain, not the distant past, but still in the past.
Yeah, still in the past. It's back during
World War II.
World War II. You get a lot of World War II callbacks with Matt Smith. Then we move on to his final season as the Doctor. And at this point, I'm curious, because, so far for me, watching, Rose had 2 seasons as the companion. Martha had 1. Donna had 1. Now here we are with Amy, and she's getting ready to start her 3rd season as the Doctor's companion. So I'm like, what is going on here? Are they just, is she just going to be the companion with Matt Smith till the end of his run? And you find out pretty quick into this season that, nope. She gets, basically, she gets 2.5 seasons as the companion before the stupid dang Angels gets her. Her and Rory. But anyway, the first episode of this season, almost out of time here, but we'll get to the hot spots.
We could pick this one up. Because I hate to just barrel through the last season of Matt Smith.
We can. We can technically do it tonight.
Pick it up on the first half of...
before we break down the new episode tonight.
This is some of the... I'd hate to just barrel through this for time's sake. So.
All right, then. Well, that's that then. We're going to pick up on Matt Smith's last season, the end of Amy's run and the beginning of Clara's run.
So in this one, we take in, my opinion, the best episode of Doctor Who ever.
Oh, yeah, the 50th anniversary special.
And
Well, it's
the best ending of a run ever. So
it is very good, and it's the 50th anniversary special is like a friggin' 3-parter, and that doesn't include the bits on YouTube that we was talking about yesterday that you need to watch.
So yeah,
this is when you know, before the podcast started, Jamie was talking about asking if Matt Smith's first episode was the Crimson Horror. The Crimson Horror is the episode before the big 3-parter season finale deal. Yeah.
For some reason, it was standing out in my mind as the beginning of a season.
You should have known that wasn't the beginning of Matt Smith's run because it's got Clara as the companion. The Crimson Horror does. But we'll get to it tonight. Or, yeah, it'll probably be tonight when we do the podcast. You guys probably won't hear it till tomorrow morning. But anyway, that's been the beginning of Matt Smith's run. And we will finish it off next episode.
We out.
And then we'll also break down the new episode. So until then, see ya.